Hi everyone, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY Hope that you are having a wonderful Sunday. We just got back from church and lunch and I have tons of stuff to share with you today. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you how I made this little decoupage vintage sheet music notebook. I'm going to give you a preview of some of the Easter eggs that I'm working on. I'm going to give you another preview of some of the new stencils and ceramic paint on some white dishes. And what else am I going to, and I'm going to give you a little preview on some banners that I'm working on. So lots going on here. Anyways, as you join, as you hop on, just say hi in the comments to let me know that I'm working. Let me know where you're watching from. And as always, if you have questions, be sure to ask them. Okay, I know I was going to figure out how to flip my phone so that everything is not backwards, because several of you have asked me to do that. And I promise I will. But when I was looking at it just a few minutes ago, I couldn't figure it out. So I'm going to have to Google that. I've done it before and it made me confused. But I need to just get over it and I need to figure it out because I want you guys to be able to read the stuff that I'm showing you. Okay. Hey, Carol. Thanks for watching. Hey, Doreen. Oh, and as always, if you feel like sprinkling this to your social media, that would be awesome. Okay, so this is my notebook that I made. What do you guys think? This started its life as just one of those inexpensive spiral notebooks from the Dollar Tree. Hey, Sandy. And I have been a decoupage queen lately. And so I want to basically tell you how I made this. All right. So I like this matte Mod Podge the best. For some reason, I don't like it as well when it's shiny. But basically, all I did was I took some pages from my favorite vintage dictionary. Look how pretty they are. And I pulled them out of my book. And then I cut the sides off. And then I basically just tore pieces like this. I had a little bowl with some Mod Podge in it, just one of those paper bowls that you can throw away. And I put my Mod Podge in it, and then I just dipped the pieces in the Mod Podge and smoothed them on layer by layer by layer, okay? Oh my gosh, and I had so much Mod Podge on my hands, it was a huge mess. I'm still pulling it off. Anyways, hey Kathy, hey Mary, thank you guys for watching, I appreciate it. Ooh, from Wisconsin, wow, I'm in Georgia, and we have about 50-degree weather today. How about you? Do you have snow? So I put it on the whole cover, and I wasn't being careful to not go over the edges, all right? But when it was all dry, then I just trimmed it along where the notebook was so it would look nice. But after I had the basic with just the print on it, then I looked through my dictionary for some fun images to add to it, just to give it some interest. And I've got some pheasants. I don't know what this is. Like some 13th century poet or something. This funny lady, look at her head. She was like a queen or something. A kangaroo. Some flowers, this Lady Liberty, a swan. There's, I already told you, some pheasants. There's a sewing bobbin or whatever you call those. So then I put those on last. And then I just took some ribbon and a little bit of twine and just wove it in the edge to just make it sweet. And I love it. I think it turned out really cute. So that leads me to a couple of other things that I want to tell you. The first thing I want to tell you is kind of funny. There's some images that I just will not use on any of my projects. Hey, Diane. One thing is bugs. Like No way am I going to use a grasshopper or a spider or rats. Obviously, I'm not going to use those. Or some weird old miner dude. Or here's some more insects. So when you're doing that last layer, you can be particular and you don't have to use the kind of images that would give you nightmares. Just thought I'd mention that. All right, so in addition to this Modge Podge masterpiece, which I'll take a picture of it and put it in the comments, okay? I also wanted to just show you guys again a couple other projects that I made using the exact same technique. And this was a book that I made. I made a strip of the vintage sheet music, and then I adhered it to my book, like as if it's the binding, just with Mod Podge. Tied some pretty, these are the strings that came out of a burlap ribbon. And look, it has a little seashell. I thought that turned out pretty cute. Oh, and I wanted to show you my big ugly bowl. This was that project that we did last week. You guys, this came from Goodwill. It was a big, dark wood or blackish colored wooden bowl that I got for $2. And then the base was kind of a dark color, and it was $2 also. So I painted these in my favorite color of all time, which is biscuits and gravy. And then using the exact same technique, I Modge Podged, or decoupaged, that's fancier, the inside part. And I just think it's lovely. It's sitting in my kitchen, on the center of my kitchen table right now. Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit about the Easter eggs that I'm working on. Oh, you would love to use the bugs. Hey, you know what, Kathy, if you will private message me your address and a reminder about the bugs, I will send you some, just for fun, unless you don't really want those. I have a whole stack of images that I've not used, and I'd be glad to send those to you. Hey, Nancy. Okay, so about the Easter eggs. So I'm already thinking about what I want to do for Easter, and this idea that I shared last week of Easter eggs that have decoupage on them. And how I usually do my crafts is I like to play around with the experiment, get the process down before I actually share it with you. And so this is where I'm leaning. Okay, I have several different kinds of eggs. This was one. They're wooden. I got these last year at Target. They were a couple dollars a piece. They're just solid wood. Let me see. Then I also have these. They're just those plastic Easter eggs that come apart in two pieces. I already had these. I can't remember why I bought solid white, but you could use any color. And that's what I made this one with. I'll show you in just a minute. And then I also have some of these really big ones, okay, that you fill with candy or whatever. And that's how I made this one. And I basically just did the same thing, but I cut up little strips of my dictionary pages and used Mod Podge. And I discovered a couple of things. First of all, the vintage sheet music that I had, that I've been doing a lot of projects with, it was too brittle. And it was sort of breaking as I was starting to do this. So this Easter egg is really rough. Oh, you're glad to see that I'm doing Easter stuff. Yeah, oh my gosh, I have so many great projects lined up. I can't wait to show you. Anyway, so that's a fail. I won't use that music because it's just too brittle and maybe it's too thick. I don't know. But these little strips from my vintage dictionary are perfect. And I'm also fiddling around with decorating them once, like with some twine or something, and what process you're going to use, where you need to glue them, all that. What I'm going to add to it, some moss, a little flour, I don't know. So I'm working on all of that. And this one is in process. And what I have learned with this one so far is that wider strips would work better because it's bigger. And this one is one of those wood ones. And I am thinking that I'm going to take it a little bit further and find some neat images like a rabbit or something to put on here. So I just wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek of that and let you know that I am working ahead and I have a lot of great stuff to show you. I'm also working on some banners, which I'm just getting started, but this is one that I've made. And here's another one with one of those new Bible verse stencils on it and black gel ink. And so I will be doing a few more and I'll be coming live to show you that whole thing probably in the next week. And then, oh my gosh, I have been having so much fun with the new Bible verse stencils that I showed you yesterday and the new ceramic paint. Oh, it's awesome. So this was one mug that I made, and I'm sorry, it's backwards. I promise I will figure out how to do the flip, and I'm going to get used to it. But anyways, this says, your grace is sufficient, 2 Corinthians 12:9. And it's been baked and washed, and it's great. Also, I am officially in love with the stencils that have the little bunnies and they're kind of a Scandinavian design. And so I'm going to show you a couple that I've made. Okay, be prepared to die at how cute they are. Look at that. And then I did this one on this side. And then just for some fun, I put one in the bottom. Isn't that cute? I cannot wait to use this mug. Also, I made this darling little ring dish. I love this Scandinavian look. And then I made this. Are they not the cutest stencils ever? So I'm going to experiment a little bit more with that, and I'm going to probably come live today, maybe in an hour or two. And I'm going to show you everything that I've made so far and talk you through the whole process. So if you're interested in that, definitely come back to DIY Dreaming later today. I think there's something that you can hit also that will notify you whenever there's a live. But anyways, oh, Kathy says she loves those designs. Me too. Oh my goodness. This bunny tray is so stinking cute. But I love these little parrots. And I love these little lovebirds. And I love this little bunny too. So that is pretty much all I want to tell you right now. If you jumped on late, feel free to sprinkle this to your social media. That would be great. I am going to draw the names for 3 of the new likers from this week to send them one of these kits that have all of the supplies for making a Valentine's Day banner. So I will post that this afternoon after I get that all finished, and I'll get addresses from you guys and I'll get them mailed out to you on Monday. And I'll also be telling you about this promotion that I'm going to be doing for old-time likers of DIY Dreaming. So thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and come back for the other stuff that I have to show you later today and tomorrow. Bye.